And those same sort of intuitive words can be used to tell Python to do something or to do something else or to choose from a different set of possibilities. Okay? And this way, we can get the computer to make decisions for us. Now, you might be thinking, well, you said that computers can't make decisions on their own. It's not. You as programmers are going to build these decisions into the program. And all the computer is going to do is going to reach the decision point and say, OK, this is a decision point. Should I go left or should I go right? Or which one do I pick? And these sort of decisions are created by you as the programmer. And the computer just has to make the decision and choose a path. OK. So in programming, there's three sort of simple ways that you can add control flow to your programs. And that's making one decision and choosing whether to execute something or execute something else. The first is the simple if. Okay? And given a program that just linearly has statements that get executed, whenever I reach an if statement, you're going to check the condition. The condition is going to be something that's going to get evaluated to either true or false. Okay? So I've reached the condition here. And if the condition's true, then I'm going to additionally execute this extra set of expressions. But if the condition's false, then I'm just going to keep going through the program and not execute that extra set of instructions. Okay? How does Python know which instructions to execute? They're going to be inside this, what we call code block. And the code block's denoted by indentation. So it's going to be everything that's indented is part of that if code block. Typically, 4 spaces indentation. OK. So that's how you'd write code that decides whether to execute this extra thing or not. Now, let's say I don't just want to execute an extra thing. I want to reach a condition. I want to reach a point where I say, I'll either go down this path or I'll do something else. Okay? That's this right here. So this if-else construct says, this is my code. I've reached my decision point here. If the condition inside this if is true, then I'm going to execute maybe this set of statements here. Okay? But if the condition's not true, then I'm not going to execute that set of statements. And instead, I'm going to execute under whatever else is. So using this construct, I'm either going to do one set of expressions or the other, but never both. Okay? And after I've executed one or the other, I'm going to continue on with just the regular execution of the program. All right. OK, so we're able to either choose one thing or another. But what if we want to have more than one choice? So if some number is equal to 0, I want to do this. If it's equal to 1, I want to do this. Otherwise, if it's equal to 2, I want to do this, and so on. That's where this last one comes in. And we introduce this other keyword here called elif. So that stands for short form for else if. So first, we check if this condition is true. So we're going through our program. We've reached our decision point. If the condition's true, we're going to execute maybe this set of instructions. If the condition's not true, maybe we'll check. If the condition's not true, we will check this next condition. That's part of the elif right here. And if that one's true, we're going to execute a different set of instructions. You can have more than one elif. And depending on which one's true, you're going to execute a different set of instructions. And then this last else is sort of a catch-all, where if none of the previous conditions were true, then just do this last set of expressions. So in this case, you're going to choose between one of these 4 roots, or however many you have. And then when you're done making your choice, you're going to execute the remaining set of instructions. So the way this works is if more than one condition is true, you're actually just going to enter one of them. And you're going to enter the very first one that's true. So you're never going to enter more than one of these code blocks. You always enter one, and you enter the first one that evaluates to true.